everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ashley and I'm an architect in Ontario. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the different types of licenses that you can hold as an architect. So in Ontario, there are currently 3 different types of licenses that you can hold as an architect. And each one has its functions, advantages, and disadvantages. So if you're interested to learn more about the different types of licenses, then let's get started. So once you meet the requirements to become an architect, you can then apply to get your license. And so there are different types of licenses in Ontario, and each one is for a particular situation of how you plan to work within the industry as a professional architect. So we're going to go through those 3 different types, and we're going to talk about what each type is about and why you would need that particular type to do what type of professional services and so on. Number 1, you're an architect, a licensed architect, but you don't have a seal or a certificate of practice. So many architects that work within architectural practices don't need a certificate of practice, and a lot of them also don't need a seal to stamp drawings because someone in the office, typically the partners or the principals at the office, the founders of the company, have already a seal that the drawings are stamped. And so you don't particularly need a seal. However, should you choose to later on that you want to have a seal to stamp drawings, you can do so. You would file an application and then you would have a seal as well. Number 2, you have an architect license and a seal. In this case, you can still work within another practice and still have a seal as well to stamp drawings. It really depends on how the practice is structured, and also insurance and so on, and how the practice may want to only have a few seals and stamps to control liability, or they have a few people in the office of architects that seal drawings and stamp drawings. So there are some architects that work under other practices and have their license as an architect, and they also have their seal to stamp drawings as well. Number 3, you have the full works. You are a licensed architect, you have a seal to stamp drawings, and you also have a certificate of practice. Now, if you're planning to have your own company and your own studio, then you need to have a certificate of practice. And of course, to have a certificate of practice, you need to be licensed architect, and you also would have your seal as well so that you can stamp drawings. So in this case, you would need all 3 items in order to practice and provide professional services to the public. And so you don't have to work and have your own practice as a licensed architect, but you can, if you do want to have your own practice, then you do need to have a certificate of practice. And again, this is for Ontario. Every province might be different. And so this is important that this is how Ontario works. You would need a certificate of practice and you would have your seal so that you can stamp drawings as well. So if you're interested and if you are a licensed architect and you want to apply for your seal, I'm going to include links down below with the application and where you can apply for your seal. And if you're interested to get more information about this certificate of practice, I'm going to include a link down below as well. And remember, in order to hold a certificate of practice, you need to be a licensed architect. That is very important to keep in mind. And I'll include that link down below so you could look more into that. And if, again, you want to also get more information about the seal and how that works, you can also check out the link down below. And again, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, make sure to like the video. And if you want to support the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I hope to see you on the next video. Until then, bye!